Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 21st of April, 1983, and the title is To Follow the Codes of Conduct of the Confluence Age is to Become the Most Elevated Beings. Today, Bapdada is seeing the children who are the most elevated beings who follow all the highest codes of conduct. The codes of conduct of the confluence age make you into the most elevated beings. This is why you are called the most elevated beings who follow the highest codes of conduct. The easiest way to remain safe from tamoguni human souls and the tamoguni atmosphere and vibrations is to follow the codes of conduct. Those who stay within the line of the codes of conduct constantly remain free from having to labor. It is when you step outside the line of the codes of conduct in your thoughts, words, or deeds that you have to labor. You have received the codes of conduct for every step from Bapdada. By taking every step according to the codes of conduct, you automatically become the elevated human beings who follow the highest codes of conduct. You know very well the life of the codes of conduct from Amrit Vela to night time. To continue to move along according to these is to become the most elevated human beings. Since the very name is the most elevated, it means you are higher than all ordinary human beings. So check that the main thing of you elevated souls, which is awareness, is elevated. When your awareness is elevated, your attitude, vision, and stage are automatically elevated. Do you know what the line is of the code of conduct of awareness? I am an elevated soul, and all others are the souls of the one elevated Father. The variety of souls play a variety of parts. This first lesson should remain in your awareness in a natural way. Even when you look at the body, you should see the soul. This powerful awareness should be in a practical form at every second, and you will then become an embodiment of awareness. It should not just be repetition of I am a soul and the other one is a soul, but I am definitely a soul and that one is also definitely a soul. The code of conduct of this first awareness makes you constantly free from obstacles, and you become an instrument to spread powerful vibrations of this elevated awareness. And through this, others also become free from obstacles. The Pandava army has come to celebrate a meeting. Together with having a meeting, also take back with you the blessing of may you be an embodiment of remembrance, which is the foundation of the first code of conduct. This awareness brings you power. From all you have heard, what is the essence that you will take back with you? The essence is to be an embodiment of awareness. Constantly revise this blessing at Amrit Vela every morning before you perform any task. Sit on the powerful seat of this blessing and then decide whether it is wasteful or powerful. Then act. After performing that action, check that the action remained powerful from the beginning to end. Otherwise, many children start the action in a powerful form. However, they are unaware how the action becomes wasteful or ordinary in the middle, or at what point from being powerful they went in the direction of performing wasteful or ordinary actions. Then, at the end, they think that they didn't do what they should have done. What is the result of that? To do something and then think about it is not a qualification of a soul who is a knower of the three aspects of time. Therefore, become an embodiment of awareness, that is, an embodiment of power in all three aspects of time. Do you understand what you have to take back with you? Never leave your seat of a powerful stage. This seat is the seat of a swan. The specialty of a swan is the power to discern. With the power to discern, you will constantly continue to move forward in the stage of being the most elevated human beings, following the highest codes of conduct. Constantly keep with you this blessing of the seat and the godly title of the most elevated human beings who follow the highest codes of conduct. Acha, today it is the day for just giving greetings because you are going on service. You are not going to your worldly homes, but to your places of service. You are going amongst the storks. However, you are going for service. Don't go there thinking that you are going because of your relationships of karmic accounts, but that it is a relationship of service. You are not there to settle karmic accounts, but you are there to fulfill the responsibility of service. It is not karmic bondage, but a bondage of service. Acha, to those who constantly finish the wasteful and remain stable on the powerful seat of the stage of a swan, to those who make all three aspects of every action powerful with the awareness of being a knower of the three aspects of time, to those who constantly and naturally remain stable in the stage of soul consciousness, to such elevated souls who follow the highest codes of conduct, Bapdada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bapdada meeting groups. Do you constantly experience yourselves to be the most elevated, fortunate souls? Those whose father is the bestower of fortune will themselves be so fortunate. The father is the bestower of fortune, and so what would he give you as inheritance? He would definitely give you an elevated fortune, would he not? Always remember the father, the bestower of fortune, and also your fortune. When you have your elevated fortune in your awareness, you will also have the zeal and enthusiasm to make others fortunate because you are the children of the bestower. The Father, the bestower of fortune, distributed fortune through Brahma. So, what will you Brahmins do? Whatever is the task of Brahma is also the task of you Brahmins. Therefore, you are those who distribute such fortune. Those people distribute clothes, food, and water, but only the children of the bestower of fortune can distribute elevated fortune. So, you are the elevated souls who distribute fortune. Those who have attained fortune have attained everything. If you give others clothes today, tomorrow they would lack food. And if you give them food tomorrow, they will then lack water. For how long would you continue to distribute one thing after another? They cannot become content and satisfied through that. However, if you distribute fortune, then where there is fortune, there is everything. In any case, when someone attains something, he says, "Wow, my fortune." Where there is fortune, everything is attained. So, you are those who donate elevated fortune. The awareness of being elevated, great donors, and elevated, fortunate souls will constantly take you into the flying stage. Where there is the awareness of elevated fortune, there will be the awareness of all attainments. Become generous-hearted in distributing this fortune. This is unending. When there is a little of something, then there is the intention of being miserly with it. However, this is unending, and you must therefore continue to distribute it. Constantly continue to give. Not a single day should be missed in making a donation. Constant donors constantly keep all their treasure stores open. They don't stop making donations for even an hour. The duty of Brahmins is to take this knowledge and then to donate it. Constantly remain engrossed in this task. Do you constantly experience yourselves to be confluence-aged souls who are as valuable as diamonds? All of you children are true diamonds, are you not? Diamonds are very valuable. Your Brahmin life, too, has so much value, and this is why Brahmins are always shown as the top knot. Top knot means the highest place. In fact, deities are the highest, but you Brahmins are even higher than the deities. Do you have such intoxication? You have the knowledge that you belong to the Father, and that the Father belongs to you, do you not? Constantly only remember this one thing. Constantly sing this song in your mind. I have attained that which I wanted to attain. By singing songs physically, you would get tired after an hour. However, there is no tiredness in singing this song. By belonging to the Father, you become everything. You become dancers, singers, artists. You are practically creating the image of your angelic form. With the yoga of your intellect, you paint such a beautiful picture. Therefore, you become everything you speak of. You are the greatest businessman, the master of mills. So, constantly remain aware of this occupation of yours. Sometimes become masters of the minds, and sometimes become artists. Sometimes become dancers. This knowledge is very entertaining. It is not dry. Some of you ask whether you should continue to listen to the same knowledge of the soul and the Supreme Soul every day. However, this is not dry knowledge of the soul and the Supreme Soul. It is very entertaining knowledge. Simply remember your new titles every day. I'm a soul, but what type of soul am I? Sometimes I am the soul of an artist, sometimes the soul of a businessman. Therefore, continue to move forward with such entertainment. The Father is entertaining, isn't he? See, how he sometimes becomes the laundryman, sometimes the creator of the world, and sometimes the obedient servant. So as is the Father, so are the children. Continue to churn knowledge in this way and remain cheerful. According to the present time, there has to be a balance in the speed of oneself and service. Each of you should think about whether you are giving the return to the same extent as the service you have taken. It is now the time to serve. As you progress further, it will be the right time to serve. However, at that time, there will be many adverse situations. In order to serve in those adverse situations, you need to practice serving from now. At that time, it will be difficult to come and go, and you will have to do service through your mind to make others move forward. That will be the time to give and not fulfilling yourself. Therefore, check your stock in advance. Have you filled yourself with the stock of all powers? Constantly remain full with all powers, all virtues, all the treasures of knowledge, and the power of remembrance. Nothing should be lacking. Acha, Bap Dada gave greetings at Amrit Vela for the day of the Sadguru on 28th April. Greetings for the day of the seed of the tree. Constantly remain an embodiment of awareness and constantly experience the omens of Jupiter on the day of the seed of the tree. Now, all of you have made a firm promise, have you not? Once the group of Kumars becomes ready, the sound will spread loudly. It will reach the government, but only if you remain with Baba all the time. Therefore, don't create any complications. You have very good zeal, enthusiasm, and courage. Where there is courage, you definitely receive help. What are you Shaktis thinking about? Even Shiva cannot exist without the Shaktis. If Shiva didn't exist, there would be no Shaktis. And if there were no Shaktis, Shiva couldn't exist either. What can the Father do without his arms? So, who are the first arms? Wonderful me, it is I. Acha, blessing. May you be accurate and powerful and clarify all the secrets of knowledge in very few words. The more powerful something is, the smaller its quantity is. In the same way, when you remain stable in your stage of nirvana, beyond sound, and then come into sound, you will speak few words, but they will be accurate and powerful. The significance of 1,000 words would be merged in just one word, through which wasteful words will automatically end. You will be able to clarify all the secrets of knowledge in just one word, and expansion will end. Slogan: to say Baba from your heart means to attain happiness and power. Om Shanti.